setup screen is always locked. The username is always admin. Password is 100. Then you can access it. This has your set point for your seal bar to control temperature. It has your head height timer, your dwell timer, and your bag timer. Bag timer is to set how long the exit conveyor will run, giving your bag length. Dwell time is how long the seal head is down on your film to cut it. Head height, the timer determines how long the head will run, so it'll determine how high your head is. And that also is somewhat controlled by how fast your seal head is. And seal bar temperature is pretty self-explanatory. The system screen gives you access to the system information, which will tell you the model number of the machine, the serial number, and it also gives you our 1-800 number. The other settings are more advanced, generally only used for changing the date and time. If you need more information on it, refer to the manual. So first thing in the morning, when you get power to your machine, you're going to want to hit power on and heat on. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes for the seal bar to come up to temp. While it's waiting to come up to temp, you'll have a yellow stack light on the tower light. The green light will continue to blink until you hit conveyor start. And it also blinks when it's not up to temp. And then head cycle is used if you have a fault and you need a clear plastic. You're going to want to hit head cycle. It's going to cycle your head, cut the film, and you can start off with a new clean film. Another way to tell that you have your power on and your conveyor on and your heat on is with this chart here. We have power, it says it on, heat says it's on, conveyor says it's running, and it also tells us that our temperature is ready. And if you look at our tower light, it is green, a solid green, which means it's ready. Bag setup is for when you're setting up your product if you've never ran it on your machine before. What it does is it prevents the head from coming down. Even if you hit head cycle, it won't come down. So here we have an example of setting up a first product. We're not sure what to set the bag length at. So I have bag set up on. I'm going to run the product. Stop the conveyor. And the head didn't cycle because I have bag set up on, and we can see that it's not going to work because the product is under the seal head. So what we're going to want to do here is push the product forward slightly, turn off bag setup, cycle the head, adjust bag length timer, turn bag setup back on, run the product, stop it, and now we can see that it's cleared the head, and that's about where we want the product, and we can turn off bag setup and start running product. So our first run with our bag length timer wasn't long enough. Luckily we had bag setup on, so the seal head didn't come down on our product. We're going to want to go into setup screen. Password is always 100. Username is always admin. We're going to want to increase our bag timer to 0.8 so that our product clears the seal head. So if you have an alarm happen, like the safety door opens, it's going to turn off your power on everything, and you're going to want to, if you want to see what the alarm was, we're going to click on alarm screen, and it'll tell us door open. So we're going to want to check and make sure that our doors are closed, After that, we're going to acknowledge it, go back to the main screen, clear the fault, and then power back up.